If you're wondering whether Durin's signature weapon is worth pulling, and what the best F2P option for him might be, then I've got you covered in this video. So let's start by talking about whether his signature weapon is actually worth going for, or not. Here's Durin's signature weapon. I'll break it down in simple, step-by-step terms, so you know exactly what it does, and if it's worth pulling for. Durin's weapon comes with crit rate and 80 TK as its main and sub-stats. The real tricky part is the weapon's passive. It's a bit complicated, so let me break it down for you in the simplest way possible. Here's exactly what this passive actually does. First, this weapon gives a 16% crit damage boost to your elemental burst, and this effect applies to any character using the weapon. Second, when your elemental burst actually hits an enemy, it activates a short buff called Blade of the Daylight Hours for 3 seconds. While this buff is active, the character holding the weapon gets a 20% attack increase. And your other active party members also get a 16% attack boost for 3 seconds. Third, if your team has Hexarray Secret Rite, then all the buffs from this weapon are increased by 75%. This means the wielder's 20% attack becomes 35% attack, and the teammate's 16% attack becomes 28% attack. And when it says your team needs Hexarray Secret Rite, it simply means your party must include at least 2 characters who can provide that effect. Otherwise, you won't receive the upgraded bonuses. And lastly, the wielder of this weapon can go off-field after triggering the buff. Once the effect is activated, the entire buff continues to work, even if the weapon holder is no longer on the field. I told you what the weapon does, so now let's talk about whether it's worth pulling or not. The answer is pretty neutral. It's good if you have this weapon, but it's not essential at all. You can definitely skip it if you're saving for upcoming characters, and just use one of the available F2P weapons. You won't be missing out on anything crucial. Durin is a very free-to-play friendly character, so he doesn't strongly rely on his signature weapon. And that's why I'll give you the best F2P weapon options that work perfectly for Durin. The first weapon is Lion's Roar. You can get this one from the Gacha, and it works really well on Durin. It gives him good stats and a passive that fits his kit nicely. The second best weapon is Finale of the Deep. This one also offers solid stats and a passive that matches Durin's playstyle really well, making it another strong and reliable F2P option for him. And the last one is the Moonweaver's Dawn. This weapon also has good stats, and its passive helps boost his burst damage. I've explained everything about his signature weapon and shared the best F2P options you can use for Durin. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.